Dissertation Award is awarded to Dr. Lori Huff, Associate Professor in the School of Business and Entrepreneurship, Dickinson State University in North Dakota. Congratulations, Lori.
Thank you very much. I'm so honored to be the recipient of this today. And starting, I'd like to thank my family. As you know, it takes a lot of time away from family to complete something like that. So thank you to them. Also to Dickinson State University and our School of Business team, mainly Dr. GREGG, Dr. Brucke, and Loretta Height for all of their support during the process. Also, my friends and colleagues from CBTR, very encouraging, such a dynamic team that I've had the pleasure of working with. Dr. O'Connor, Dr. Hagler, Dr. Henry Grubb, Dr. Broker, Dr. Wickham, and of course our excellent leadership provided by Joe McClary. So thank you again. I appreciate it very much.
The next award is the Best Paper Awards. This award showcases exceptional research and education for and about research. A review panel determines the best papers in two categories: empirical research and innovative instructional practices. This year's best paper, entitled An Investigation of How the Partnership for the 21st Century Framework Reflects Innovation in MBEA Programs, was undertaken to understand how American MBEA programs are teaching MBEA students about the skill of innovation. A descriptive survey research designed using quantitative methodology was used to sample American MBA leaders from ACDSP accredited universities. The work includes findings on how MBA programs are developing innovation in their students, perception of MBA programs leadership on the importance of innovation skill, preparation of employers who hire MBA graduates, and curriculum approaches used by MBA program leadership to develop innovation in their programs. The recipients of the 2021 Best Paper Award are Dr. Lacey Finley, Assistant Professor of Management, Quality Assurance and Assessment Coordinator, Missouri Southern State University in Kansas. Dr. Carl Sager, Assistant Professor, Business and Marketing Education in the Department of Curriculum and Instruction at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater in Wisconsin. And then Dr. Molly Wickham, Associate Professor of Education and Business Leadership at Bethel University in St. Paul, Minnesota. We have one of the recipients here, or two of the recipients here, I'm sorry, two of the recipients here, very good.
Hello. I'm so grateful to be part of such a wonderful research team. To anyone that knows Molly and Carla, you know that I've hit the jackpot. The Burke Conference made our collaboration possible. I often pray for invisible doors to be open, and this is definitely an answered prayer. I want to thank the leadership at Park University, that's my current institution, Park University, for supporting my research goals and providing me with resources that I need to succeed. The leadership in academic affairs, my Dean Kirby Brown and my chair Adrian James provide a strong foundation for research. I'm so thankful for Burke and the Burke Conference and NBEA. Business education research supports students at all levels, and contributing to business education research is far more than just building up our own programs. It's all about building student skills as a community of educators. It's such a privilege to contribute to research that can catapult bigger ideas and build for the greater good of all students. I'm grateful for my husband, Matt, and our two daughters, Audrey and Katie, for motivating me and making me proud. Lastly, it's been a privilege to present our research with everyone this week. It's a privilege to learn and grow as an educator at Park University, and it's a privilege to be part of this research team. Thank you. I'm the one that hit the jackpot. So thank you to God. All things are possible through God. Happy Good Friday. Thank you to Bethel University and my deans, Dr. Judy Landrum and Dr. Chad Osgood. They're so supportive of anything that I want to accomplish, and I appreciate them so much. Thank you to my research partners. You know, we met through NBEA and became research partners from NBEA. And we've now completed 3 research studies, and we're going to be starting another one this summer. So we're just going to keep going. And it's just nice to have people that I genuinely care about and who are smart, dedicated, fun, nice women to research with. Thank you to NBEA. Thank you to our conference co-chairs this year, Dr. Jane Broker and Dr. Virginia Hemby-Grubb. We've put on a really good conference, really enjoyed all of it. Thank you to Joe McClary and to Becca and to the rest of the NBEA staff. It's been an outstanding conference. And is Carla on Zoom to be able to say something? Great.
Yes, I am here. It's so good to see you. Just as my colleagues have mentioned, I am so privileged to have had the honor to work with both Lacey and Molly on our research. And then to be recognized as the Best Paper Award, it really has been a true honor. I also thank the NBEA Awards Committee for their support and their ability to see the significance of our paper, and I look forward to working with my colleagues on another study. Thank you.
We're also going to be giving the Council for Business Teaching and Research, the CBTR Leadership Award. The purpose of the CBTR Leadership Award is to recognize a Council for Business and Teaching Research member for their outstanding leadership and service to the organization and profession. This year's honoree has succeeded at both. As the past chair of ARBE, the Association for Research and Business Education, she provided the leadership and guidance that was essential during the merger of ARBE and NABTE, the National Association of Business Teacher Educators. And I'm pleased to present the 2021 National Leadership Award to Carla J. Sager. She is Assistant Professor of Business and Marketing Education from the Department of Curriculum Instruction at the University of Wisconsin in Whitewater. Congratulations, Carla.
I would like to say thank you, Benita, and the awards committee for the honor of receiving the CBTR Leadership Award. I have been so fortunate to be surrounded by a group of people that share my commitment to the success of the business education profession, and I feel privileged I was given the opportunity to serve in these national leadership roles. While this award exemplifies a commitment to promoting scholarship, leadership, and cooperation among professionals in business ed, it is because of those I worked with in these leadership roles that have allowed me to thrive as a leader in our profession. The work is never done in isolation, and I am grateful that many of you have mentored, guided, and supported me in each of these roles. You became my professional family, but even more important, you became my friends. I would like to extend a special thank you to my dear friend Molly Wickham for her nomination, and to Dr. Denise Roseland and Dr. Maggie O'Connor for their letters of support. I'd like to thank my husband Ross and my children, Samantha, Casey, and Mark, for all of their support. Thank you all so very much for your acknowledgement of my national service and leadership to business education. I am so grateful for this award. Thank you.
I did receive my award in the mail. Best member written, enriching courses with LinkedIn Learning educational resources. And thank you so much for the award. I'm also accepting on behalf of my coworker and co-author of the paper, Dr. Joanne Segovia. And the award means a lot to me personally, as it was my first published paper. And one of my coworkers once told me that he hopes I learn to love research. And at the time he said it, it felt like loving research was far from what I was that you could describe, although I've always appreciated it. But recently that's changed, and I do feel myself beginning to love it. I feel drawn to the feeling of achievement it gives me, and I think receiving this award has really sprung that motivation in me. The College of Business at Winona State University, where I teach, uses the slogan, "Create Your More." And I really like the slogan because it applies to everyone and it's so forward thinking. And it reminds me of how working together with people on research both expands opportunities and learning in so many ways. I've learned so much from working with other people. So while Dr. Segovia is being honored with this award also, I really have her to thank for mentoring me on the project. And as a senior faculty member, she quickly took me under her wing and shared with me valuable information on getting my work published. And her confidence in me gave me confidence in myself, which has allowed me to get my other work subsequently published on my own. So even though she's not here, I'm going to say thank you so much, Joanne, for helping me. And also, I want to thank all of the senior faculty members out there who take the time and care to mentor your new coworkers. And I'll end by saying, I hope to become you by gaining similar successes in publishing and giving others the confidence to achieve their more. And thank you again to the NBEA. This truly is an honor. And I'm gonna show my award here again. I probably should have put it behind something so you can see it better.
Thank you so much for the award, Benita, and the rest of the NBA Board of Directors. I'm really sad to not be in New Orleans this week, but I'm glad to be here virtually with you. I'm very honored to be recognized today. I grew up the daughter of two public school teachers and never intended on becoming a teacher myself, but I always felt the pull toward education. I eventually gave in and I changed careers from the financial software world and never looked back. It truly ended up being the best decision I ever made for myself. I absolutely love what I do, and I'm thankful that I have the support of a great district, a great school, the best colleagues, and some pretty amazing students. I'm also grateful for my mentors, my parents, who are actually sitting right over there. You might have read about them in an article I wrote for the Business Forum. I'm very thankful for my son, who is very supportive of me and pays close attention to the things that I talk about when I'm prepping my lessons for school. And the rest of my inner circle, who always support me when I say, I have an idea, and then whatever crazy words come out next. So thank you very much. And here's my award. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, and congratulations. It's good to see they received their award, isn't it? And they're proud of it, and that's great. And they should be. Our next award, this person is actually here. Our next award is the Post-Secondary Teacher of the Year Award. This award is for outstanding contributions to business education by a business instructor at the community or two-year or technology institute at a two-year or technology institution. The three key areas are considered are contributions to business education through teaching. Obviously, that's important. Contributions to business education through publishing, which includes major articles, refereed and non-refereed, and grant proposals, and then contributions to business education through participation. And this includes offices and committee work being held at the local, state, regional, and national professional association level. This year's Post-Secondary Business Teacher of the Year recipient has been described by her students as an intelligent, passionate teacher who comes to class every day with the same enthusiasm as she did on the first day. Her fellow associates speak of the energy and excitement she brings to projects and her willingness to go above and beyond to promote business programs. She's been praised by colleagues as a forward thinker that always comes up with creative ways to implement needed changes in class and in student organizations. She's been awarded the McCook County College's highest honor, the Gene Budding Outstanding Faculty Award. Today, NBEA is pleased to present her with our award for outstanding work as a business education instructor. The 2021 Post-Secondary Business Teacher of the Year Award goes to Lori Mowry.
Thank you. The best thing about being a teacher is that it matters. The hardest thing about being a teacher is that it matters every day. Several years ago, my institution conducted a climate survey. And I know you all get those emails from administration and you click through. And it was a Likert scale. And the scores ranged from strongly agree to strongly disagree. When I got to question number 12, a light bulb went on. It read, I get the opportunity every day to do what I am best at. Strongly agree. I have the best job in the world, with the best people in the world, and at the best place in the world. And I also get to be part of students' journey as they discover who they are. And that's incredible. I have been told that in life, you should have your own personal board of directors. Someone to guide you, someone to mentor you, someone to walk beside you, and someone to inspire you. And I have been blessed my entire life to have a network of people that have really fed into me personally and professionally. Like Governor Jindal spoke, I had parents who really valued hard work. And when I made me do things right, and that is something that was a life gift. In college, one of my professors was Dr. Jim Rucker, former NBEA president. What an honor to sit in his classroom. And then when I started teaching, I had two veteran teachers, Janet Stalder and Donna Haar, if you recognize those names, who role modeled excellence every day, and I had a first row seat. So thank you for being mentors. I have supportive administrators at Mid-Plains who honestly just let me do my thing and leave me alone to do that, and I love that. My division chair is Jean Condon. What a wonderful advocate for this organization, and she is a true role model and a professional. So thank you to my mentors. Thank you to my husband, Darren, of 26 years. If we make it to next week, I don't know. For walking beside me and carrying my extra baggage of liquids through airport security all the time. They know all those bags aren't his. And you may not believe this, but I can be a little bit high maintenance sometimes. This doesn't just happen. So thank you, Darren, for keeping me grounded. And for inspiration, thank you to my kiddos. I just want to say I'm a Marine mom. Can I say that? Because I get to see my son tomorrow for the first time in months, and so I'm excited. But it's hard to be a teacher's child because everything becomes a lesson. Even when you're 5 and you have a lemonade stand and your mom pulls out a cost-benefit analysis at the end, please tell me somebody else has done that with their 5-year-old. But everything is a lesson. And so thank you, Hunter and Megan, for inspiring me to be better. And then, of course, I have an entire network of professionals who have supported me at my institution and in NSBEA, who set the bar very high. But I want you to look around you. This is a room full of talented educators and professionals. And I know that many of you have been invited to get involved at a higher level with NBEA. Whether it is giving a presentation, serving on a committee, or even joining the book club. We've all got the emails, but I have a question for you. What would you say to your students if they were given that opportunity? You would tell them just to do it, and you would want them to do it. So I challenge you, just do it. You never know who you will impact. This organization has excellent opportunities to grow and develop. So get involved, recruit a colleague, and say yes the next time you are asked. And I will end with an excerpt from the book, The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. This was published in 1923. It is a fictitious story of a wise man's journey and includes 28 essays on all aspects of life, including love and pain, family, job, and death. And so from chapter 7, entitled Work. Work is love made visible. And if you cannot work with love, but only with distaste, it is better that you should leave your work and take alms of those who work with joy. For if you bake bread with indifference, you bake a bitter bread that feeds but half man's hunger. And if you grudge the crushing of the grapes, your grudge distills a poison in the wine. And if you sing, though as angels, and love not the singing, you muffle man's ears. Work is love made visible. Thank you. God bless.
Our next award is the Collegiate Teacher of the Year Award. This award is given for outstanding contributions to business education, specifically business teacher education, by an instructor at a four-year college or university. Again, the three keys are very similar: the contributions to business education through teaching, contributions to business education through publishing major articles and grant public proposals, and contributions to business education through participation, which involves committee work at the local, state, regional, and national professional association. This honoree has been praised by her peers as a dedicated professional business educator and outstanding leader. Known as a team player, she's always willing to serve on committees and has served admirably in both her state and regional associations. Always the consummate professional, she is creative and innovative. She is a creative and innovative business education instructor that can teach in any venue. As a certified online instructor and having earned certification as a master online instructor, she easily met the challenges of serving her students during the COVID-19 pandemic. Active in research, she co-won the best paper for Burke in 2019 and 2020 and presented her papers at both NBEA conferences. We're pleased once again that Carol Wright, Associate Professor in the Department of Business and Communication and Legal Studies at Stephen Austin University, is with us today at this conference. The 2021 Collegiate Teacher of the Year Award is Dr. Carol Wright.
Hello. Well, thank you very much to NBEA for hosting this conference this year. I know it was a real challenge to try to put together the online and the face-to-face version, but it's been a great experience and I've really enjoyed it. Can you hear me? Do I need to say that again? Thank you, NBEA, for hosting this, and thank you to the awards committee for choosing me and everybody that supported me along the way. And in particular, I'd like to thank Jean Condon and Virginia Hemby, and of course my colleague and my department chair and my friend Marcia Bayless, because she's has supported me for so many years, and everybody over the last almost 20 years that I've been doing this has been such an inspiration, and I've enjoyed going to these conferences along. Thank you once again.
Our last NBEA award, other than the John Robert Gregg Award, but the last NBEA award that I'll be presenting is NBEA's Distinguished Service Award for Outstanding Contributions to Business Education by an Administrator or Supervisor. The Distinguished Service Award is given for outstanding contributions to business education through teaching, participation in all levels of professional associations, contributions through religious, civic, government, cultural, and private business organizations, contributions again through major articles and publications and grant proposals, and also involvement in just other activities. The recipient of this year's NBEA Distinguished Service Award for Outstanding Contribution to Business Education by an Administrator or Supervisor of Business Education has worked as a secondary teacher, a college professor, a department chair, and an associate director of CTE programs. She currently serves as Dean of the Career Education Division, where she coordinates course schedules for 17 programs of study, oversees program budgets, facilitates curriculum changes, and evaluates and mentors both part-time and 25 full-time faculty members. In addition, she has been actively involved in business education organizations at all levels, state, regional, and national. She served as committee chairs, officers, and editors of newsletters, yearbooks, conference proceedings. Throughout her career, she has delivered numerous presentations, seminars, and workshops. In addition, she has served as a reviewer for various publications of the National Business Education Association and its divisions. Her published work includes journal articles and conference proceedings. This year's award could not be presented to a person that's more dedicated or deserving. It is with great honor that I present the 2021 NBEA Distinguished Service Award for Outstanding Contribution to Business Education by an Administrator or Supervisor of Business Education to Dr. Cheryl Wiedmeyer. Dean of the Career Education Division at Arkansas State University's CV campus.
Hello, everybody. First, I'd just like to thank everyone in this room. I've gotten so much support from NBEA and SBEA and all my buddies in ABEA sitting back there. It has been such a pleasure and an honor to serve this organization in all the levels that I have. And even though I'm not a business teacher currently, business education has always been my life, and it's the biggest part of what I do. And so thanks to NBEA, thanks to everybody that has been a support, and I look forward to continuing serving in any way that I can. Thank you.
For this next award, the John and Robert Gregg Award, Dr. Peter Megason is going to be presenting this award. Good afternoon, Peter. How are you?
Good. Thank you, Benita.
All right.
It's nice to be with you virtually from the Boston area this afternoon. The John Robert Gregg Award is presented each year to an individual who has been widely recognized by colleagues and educational professionals in having made outstanding contributions to the advancement of business education. It's the most highly coveted award in our field. I wish to express appreciation from the business education community to McGraw-Hill Education for their sponsorship of this award since 1953. It was established to honor John Robert Gregg, the inventor of the world's most widely used system of rapid writing, GREGG shorthand. For those of you who are under 50, though, you are probably not familiar with shorthand, but it was, for most of the 20th century, second only to typewriting in terms of enrollment in the high school business curriculum. In colleges and universities, shorthand was a required course for anyone seeking business teacher education certification. Shorthand is a method of rapid writing that uses circles, curves, and straight lines, and it takes a minimum of 2 years of intensive effort to acquire a usable skill. But once it's obtained, it's never lost. Shorthand is used by secretaries, reporters, and others where there is a need for verbatim transcripts of information. By the mid to late 1980s, though, as newer forms of electronic communication systems became available, the need for shorthand decreased, and the subject lost the prestigious position it once held in the business curriculum. 2 years ago, we were informed that due to changes in the publishing field, McGraw-Hill would no longer sponsor this award. We are grateful to the NBEA Executive Board for their unanimous decision to continue this award under NBEA sponsorship. I would also like to thank the anonymous John Robert Gregg Award Selection Committee for their work in selecting this year's recipient. Now, I would like to introduce a member of the John Robert Gregg Administrative Committee, Dr. Carol Blazinski of the California State University at Los Angeles, who will introduce this year's award recipient. Carol?
Okay, great. Thank you. This year's winner of the John Robert Gregg Award has spent more than 30 years, as one supporter described it, dedicated to the advancement of business educators. Described as thoughtful, reflective, and committed to quality in all endeavors, our award winner has crafted a career rich in significant scholarship, innovation, service, and leadership. Our award winner's skill at innovation extends to curriculum development, instruction, and the entire student learning experience. In the words of one supporter, This educator helped us learn how to continuously reflect on our instructional practices, navigate the unfamiliar territory of teacher education requirements, and introduced us to organizations such as Pi Omega Pi and NBEA. Professional highlights of our awardee include teaching at all instructional levels, spanning from elementary through university, developing a Master of Science degree in business education, designing a general education personal finance online course, instructing a general management course in English in Poland, and serving as an associate dean. One supporter, a former student, wrote, "This educator is able to challenge students to reach their full potential while helping them master instructional strategies, educating them on the intricacies of being a new educator, and helping students to build networks and join professional organizations." Supporters describe our award winner as a consummate teacher scholar with 40 refereed publications and service as an editor and reviewer for leading domestic and international business education research journals. Our honoree has advanced the business education literature. One such effort involved revitalizing the review, now the International Journal for Business Education, which became refereed and listed in Cabell's during the award winner's tenure as editor. Now, many more people have access to this body of knowledge. Our honoree has consistently earned awards for outstanding teaching, research, and service, and has taken on leadership roles in numerous professional associations. In 2016, she received the prestigious MBEA Collegiate Teacher of the Year Award. We are pleased today to bestow one more award on this deserving business educator. Please join me in congratulating the 2020 John Robert Gregg awardee from Illinois State University Normal, Dr. Tamara Connor.
Thank you, Carol. I want to thank Carol for that lovely introduction, and I'm honored to accept the John Robert Gregg Award for Excellence in Business Education. This award is extra special to me. It's extra special because it's named for Dr. Gregg. Many educators are not aware that John Robert Gregg was one of the first business educators to be involved with building the U.S. chapter of SEAC-ISB, which started in 1947. I mention this because SEAC-ISB has been a driving force in my career. Without ISB, I would not be the educator I am today. Through the connections I have gained as part of SEAC-ISB, I have been blessed with a professional network of friends from around the world. Because of my participation, I have learned leadership skills and teaching techniques through an international lens. The years I spent as the international president of SEAC are some of the most important of my career, and I'll be happy to share more information if anyone's interested, just ask. By using the knowledge gained through participation in the various business professional associations, I have been able to share with thousands of students over the years. Two students stand out in my memories. Thank you to Brandon Oates and Ben Owen for taking the time to share your thoughts and letters of support to the award committee and to submit a nomination for me. Your kind words caused my heart to overflow. Carol, your support of me for this award means so much. I've admired your dedication to and expertise in business education for years, and I'm honored by your support. No one is an island. I have been blessed by phenomenal mentors throughout my career, many of whom are past recipients of these awards. Beryl McEwen, Peter Megason, Marcia Anderson, and Drs. Floyd and Doris Crank come to mind first. As a college junior, Dennis Mott and Janine Ray at Oklahoma State encouraged me and our entire class to join NBEA and Delta Pi Epsilon. They also requested that we become active participating members. I'm sure that some of you were also encouraged to join NBEA, and for those of us in business teacher education, we have in turn encouraged our students to join. Over the past 35 years, I've worked with other business teachers who taught me valuable lessons that I could share with my own students. Through my professional associations, I have colleagues who are also dear friends. I can count on having a cup of coffee or a meal with colleagues across the US or around the world, and they know they have an open invitation when visiting Illinois. I also have the best family. My husband, Tim, who has had to deal with my most recent career step as an associate dean. When he encouraged me to apply for my current position, he had no idea that the job would come with evening events where he had to wear a tie and a global pandemic that added many layers of complexity to an already challenging role. He has been there supporting me as I learned how to succeed in my role while navigating the challenges of the last year. To my children, Jessica White and Justin Davis, you mean the world to me. You had to eat a lot of pizza with your dad, David, while I attended classes, completed homework, wrote a dissertation, and taught night school. And my parents, Johnny and Brenda Butler, they provided me with the foundation, support, and encouragement in life. And they allowed me the chance to chase my dreams of going to college. My mom is online today watching the ceremony. I love you, Mama. And even though my dad passed away 6 months ago, I can hear him. He's saying, I'm proud of you, baby girl. Thank you to the John Robert Gregg Committee for reviewing my nomination. Receiving this award is one of the greatest honors of my career. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Now NBEA's immediate past president has something to say. Colleen Webb.
Thank you, Benita. On behalf of the NBEA Executive Board and our membership, I want to thank you for your dedicated service as president of NBEA. It has been a pleasure working with you over the past 3 years, but alas, the time has come for me to pass the torch and title of immediate past president to you. Benita, welcome to the Past Presidents Club.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Colleen, and thank you, NBEA members. I really appreciate the opportunity to be NBEA's president. And Colleen deserves a little bit of an extra round of applause. Last year, she didn't get this. She may have gotten it virtually, but she didn't get it. So thank you, Colleen, and I really appreciate it. It's been an amazing year in many ways, but an amazing year at NBEA, and we anticipate an even better 2021-2022. We're grateful for the dedication and award winners, and award winners have shown to education. And again, thank you and congratulations to all our award recipients. As we prepare to depart, the year ahead is our chance to recommit ourselves collectively to help empower educators to achieve excellence in business education. But before we leave, let's give a big round of applause for several people. Kathy Carruthers, our program chair. Becca Chowning, Jerry Warner, who is not here with us in person, but has been holding the fort down, so to speak, back at home, and then Joe McClary. And thank you so much, all of the 3 staff members, for your support. Enjoy the rest of your time in New Orleans or virtually, wherever you may be. And also remember to save the dates for April 12th through 15th, 2022, back in Chicago, Illinois, for our next convention. We are dismissed. Thank you very much.